Hi, I'm Chappers.
I'm the captain.
And we're at Andertons in Guildford.
We certainly are.
Best music store in Guildford.
On Woodbridge Road in Guildford. There's a better one. No, there's not.
And we're here to demonstrate the first ever demonstration. Really.
World exclusive.
World Exclusivo de la Blackstar HT5.
Yeah. Best-selling amplifier in Andertons for the last 2 years has been the Blackstar HT5. And this fine lady here is the updated versions. This is now called the Blackstar HT5R.
R for Rob Chappers.
And it's basically taken all the sexy, lovely goodness tone from the HT5 and added some features that I think takes it to that next level. HT5R is all tube preamp, tube power amp, 2 channels, now has a 12-inch speaker rather than a 10-inch speaker on the old one. Has reverb, so now the same reverb chip that's in the rest of the HT range is now in the HT5R. Still got all the cool features like the amazing emulated output sound, which you're going to hear courtesy of our super sound man here. Can emulate as either a 112 output or a 412 output. Has the effects loop built in.
It's black.
It's black, says Blackstar. Has a backing track, like a MP3 player input, which you're going to hear us use in a minute. And what other cool features? Has a several speaker outputs, so you can run this through a bigger cabinet if you wish. Can be bought as a head or as a combo.
Really?
Or as a mini stack. They do this very cool mini stack. And this is a world exclusive for Andertons. This amplifier is not due for general release for about another 10 days or so. So we have very kindly been given one to do a sneak preview of.
Yes.
And we love it.
We do love it a lot. So I think what we're going to do is try it dry first. And then we're going to wet it up later on with a bit of the special reverb that's in there for us, waiting.
Do it.
Juicy.
So why do you think the whole 5-watt tube amplifier thing has become so massively popular?
Because it's a cool thing to be able to play in your bedroom, cranked up, and it sounds juicy.
And the whole 5-watt thing is it's one of those amplifiers that you can crank at home and get some really satisfying sounds, and turn up at rehearsals, and just about kind of have something that it's not full necessarily gigging volume, but it's definitely
it's close to it depending on the situation that you're gigging in. Like if you're gigging in a small pub with 20 people and you've got a quiet drummer and you can whatever, you can manage it. I know a guy who does gig with an HT5, and he loves it.
Yeah. Whilst Chappers changes over guitar, it's certainly worth mentioning that the emulated output actually has been improved on the HT5R. On the old HT5, the emulated output was kind of like an either or, so you could either use the speaker or you could use the emulated output. On this one now, the emulated output will run at the same time, so you've got essentially 3 ways to use the amplifier. You can just use the speaker on its own, no emulated output. You can put the amp into standby and just use the emulated output or headphones, or you can leave the amp in normal mode and use both, so that you're monitoring from your amplifier and giving the sound man the emulated output, and he can obviously put it through the PA for gigging.
It's like you're double teaming the amplifier, isn't it?
Kind of. the really, really gratifying thing about having a low-powered tube amplifier is the gain sounds, because normally speaking, if you've got a big 100-watt tube amplifier, to really, really saturate it, you've got to run it super, super loud. So the next part of the video where we go through the gain sounds, I think is probably going to really show off the HT5 to its full potential. So we're going to start off with a sort of a crunchy gain tone.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches act like masses. Monsters of death's construction. No. Oh Lord, yeah. The drums really make that tune, don't they? I think
I thought the wig made it, personally.
The wig made it.
Look at this.
I can see Stick going. Must hit things. Must hit things.
Pretty much got that on its lowest gain setting, so the gain is only on about number 2, but with a guitar with humbuckers on, so it kind of drives it a bit harder. It really, really sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm just going to chug on a chord now, and he's going to British it, and then States it, and then British it, so we can hear the difference and tonality.
Cool. So what I was doing there was using Blackstar's ISF feature to take it from a sort of a British characteristic amp through to an American one, but it's pretty effective. Okay, so let's wind up the gainage. Is singing.
Yes, it is.
I genuinely, I loved the old HT5. I love the new one a little bit more.
I do.
Firmly sits on the top of all the amps. Really? I've got a 335 as well.
He's got a semi in the suburbs. This is what he was trying to say. That's Drew from Blackstar. Boom! I said a boom, boom, boom!
Let me hear you say whoa!
Whoa!
That just sounds like a Strat should sound, overdriven.
Strate.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to play you out now. It is my great honour to introduce you to a mega superstar, one of Trowbridge's finest guitar players ever. Well, maybe the second best one anyway. This is Rob Chappers playing the brand new Blackstar HT5R to his very own track Bleed, which you can see him performing when he gigs and tours and does all sorts of super cool stuff. And anyway, that's it. I've been the captain. I'll see you later.